Welcome to my channel Living Librarian. I'm your host Dave. I'll be sharing knowledge about consciousness, spirituality, and life. Stay tuned.
Why a change is difficult and what do we do? By Natalija Pavlaković. Podcast. No life change is easy. Neither when we do it out of joy and excitement that we step into a new life, nor when we do it out of necessity or need to change the state and life situation that makes us unhappy. Regardless of the number of changes we have already had in life, it always seems that, with each new beginning, we stumble again and postpone the decision, and each new process seems to be a re-encounter with the greatest internal resistance. What is it that prevents people from making that important change in their lives, and what are the components that we need to cultivate in ourselves to make every next step in our new life easier? What I most often noticed, and applied through working on myself and others, was the following. Number 1. Choice. Each of us has the freedom and the right to choose. You have the right to quit, break up, go live in another city, say no to your best friend, stop eating meat, or do those things that are unusual or crazy to others. How many times have I heard, "But am I allowed to do that? Can I really afford that?" God has given us the freedom to decide for ourselves and to be masters of our lives. But it's so hard when we really have to do it because we're afraid of condemnation and we're afraid of criticism. We are afraid of getting hurt and we are afraid of being left alone. But life is in our hands and everything we do only to ourselves. Number 2. Decision. Each of us must make a decision for ourselves. No one can do it for us. Neither our parents, nor the partner, nor the environment, the guru, the teacher, the priest, the best friend. Because none of these people walk in our shoes and no one feels what we feel as our soul whispers where we need to go. What is a problem when making your own decisions is the willingness to take responsibility for the decision and its outcome. It's easier to blame someone else if the plan fails than to turn to yourself and honestly tell yourself where you went wrong. But whether our decision has met with a positive or negative outcome, harsh environmental reactions or support, the consequences always come back to us and it is up to us to choose what is best for our lives. Number 3. Patience. There are many who believe that success comes overnight and after a while give up thinking they are not good enough or something is wrong with them because their plan is not as successful as they wanted. Every new change in life is like a newborn who needs time to gain security and start walking on his feet. It takes years and years of polishing and ironing for our plan to come to life and grow. We are also the parent of our child. We slowly encourage him, praise him, guide him, learn and at the same time learn a lot about ourselves and our attitudes, worldviews, and beliefs. So be patient and don't give up on your goal, no matter how far it seems to you. It is not a sin not to succeed, it is a sin to give up your dreams and not try at all. Number 4. Bravery. Many give up change because of a huge fear of the unknown. They are afraid that they will fail, that they will make a mistake in their choice, that they will be misunderstood, and that the new may be worse than the old. Therefore, it is necessary to cultivate courage and the belief that every new change, no matter how difficult and at the very beginning on shaky feet, still brings a new life experience, new challenges, and opportunities to learn something creative, challenging, and different. As wise people would say, a ship is safe in port but that is not its purpose. Therefore, let us all boldly venture into the new waters of our lives and face the storms of life. Number 5. Honor. You will often encounter shame on your way, especially tribal ones where your environment, family, community, environment, society, will try to stop you in your changes because they do not want you to be different from them and because you do not play by the tribal norms. Resisting the pressure of the environment is very difficult, especially if they use their biggest weapon, shame, because why would you be better, different, freer, more educated, a city kid, an artist, or something like that if your tribe asks you to obey its rules? How to resist the feeling of shame? By its opposite, and that is honor. What is honor? Honor all those moments in your life when you were happy with yourself, proud of yourself, when you knew you were doing something good for yourself and succeeded in it, when you followed your intuition and fought for yourself. When did you know you were good? Remembering all those moments means raising the frequency of your feelings above those shame and being ready to resist all the pressures that want you not to implement change. Number 6. Believe in yourself. Every change requires great self-confidence. Confidence that we will push the plan to the end, that we have what it takes, and that we are persistent, disciplined, and stubborn enough. This is a very important trait because our lower self will use all weapons in the form of fear, resistance, belittling, and deceiving to convince us that we are not ready, smart enough, capable, good. How do you gain self-confidence? Facing fear. While you may not think at this point that you have all the courage, discipline, and confidence you do. Only when you move the energy towards your goal will you know what else needs to be done. And by the very act of moving from 0 point, you will feel that you have achieved something and you will feel better in your skin. Because self-confidence is built like a house. Brick by brick, stone by stone. Every step, every action instead of resistance. After all, look back on your past and find examples of when you believed in yourself. There are a ton of them, which means that you already have that energy, but you may have forgotten what it feels like after a long time in your comfort zone. Number 7. Faith. The universe supports you. Your higher self and your spiritual guidance are very fond of change. He loves it because it is an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to get rid once and for all of those fears and blockages that made you not do what you had to do in your past lives. As a lover of change, the universe supports you and keeps your back, guides and protects you, moves what is unnecessary, and brings what you cannot do without. But for that to happen, you must also have faith in leadership. And you have to be convinced that you are not alone in every change and that you just have to listen well and open up space for the new. What does that mean? It means getting rid of fears, worries, doubts, nervousness, lies, and illusions. Be completely open and free and act when needed. Life would be much easier for us if we were firmly convinced that we have all the necessary support. Number 8. Love and respect for yourself. If we make the changes our lives need, we are doing a great thing for ourselves. We show deep respect and love for our magnificent being. We are here to learn that we can only learn from change. Every stagnation, every giving up, every reconciliation with the situation, is a sign that we do not love ourselves enough and that we consider ourselves insufficiently capable. But everyone came with a gift, everyone carries a handful of experiences, knowledge, wisdom, and everyone has that something that makes them unique. Find out what it is. Take a look at your natal chart and you will have a navigation system. After all, at the end of the story, just ask yourself, am I happy? What would make me a happy person? And act accordingly. Good luck. Tilda Natalija.